So, now that I've covered what were the top 3 movies of 2019, I was thinking about doing something new. And what's better than shitty Star Wars movies? The answer is awesome Star Wars shows. The Mandalorian hit Disney Plus around October of 2019 and has been renewed for a new season of October this year. So I thought it was time to get my ass in a gear and make a Mandalorian review. So the Mandalorian kicks off in this weird snow planet where the Mandalorian is going to a nice little tavern where some aliens are picking on a poor helpless fish guy. Oh, poor helpless fish guy. So Mando spills the guy's drink, which leads to a dull but slightly entertaining fight scene where the Mandalorian chops an alien in two with a door, so I guess that's fun. But after the fight, Mando reveals that fish guy wasn't helpless since he had a bounty on his head, which Mando promptly collects. So he hands in the fish guy, and then Apollo Creed gives him a mission for this guy that I had to doodle so I could pronounce his name. I still can't. So then Mando goes meet some guy named Udnot, who played by Nick Nolte apparently, so that's cool. And he says some crap and tells Mando to ride this ugly monstrosity called a blurred. Creativity. So Mando rides the blurred to the place where his tracker is leading him until he finds a bunch of guards, but he teams up with another bounty hunter droid, which he kills because he wanted to bring the bounty in alive, because the other droid didn't want to bring the bounty in alive. So, that brings me neatly along to the bounty. Shit, that is something cute right there. Sorry, lost my train of thought. So that's the end of episode 1. Episode 2, Mando has to pick up an egg for some Jawas off a rhino to get the parts for his ship back. I don't care. After some fighting, Baby Yoda uses the Force to hold the rhino so Mando can finish it off. Episode 3, Mando goes back and gives Baby Yoda to the guy who has a name I can't pronounce and leaves, but halfway through he has a change of heart and decides to get Baby Yoda back with the help of his Super Mando buddies who pull the lame saluting with a jetpack move. Episode 4 plays out like this. Mando goes on a remote planet to hide from the guy whose name I still can't pronounce. There they find a girl named Cara Dune or something like that. She fights him a bit, and then just as he's leaving, some guys hire him to protect their city, and he hires her to help him protect their city. Where no one except this mysterious widow knows how to shoot a blaster. Bunch of idiots. So they teach the town how to shoot, and they fight ATSTs, or one ATST or something. And after the battle, Mando contemplates leaving Baby Yoda there, but there was like a failed bounty hunter trying to kill him. Really turns him around on that whole leaving him there thing. Episode 5 is the worst of the bunch, so it will not get a summary here. Episode 6 follows Mando when he teams up with a bunch of crews. Just a bunch of crews. Not one crew, a bunch of crews. Not one crew. Anyway, it's about what he has a crew, a bunch of Judases. He helps them bust their guy out of prison, just in time for one to trap him in the cells where he escapes from, and then picks them off one by one because he's smart and he's an alien, a horror monster or something. After that, he returns to Hobo Santa Claus, which is his boss, and leads some rebels to him so they can blow Hobo Santa Claus up. Blow, blow, blow. Episode 7 is an elaborate plan to kill unpronounceable name with a Baby Yoda fake out, which almost worked if the guy from Better Call Saul wasn't there. Episode 8 is awesome, It plays out like this. The Taika Waititi robot, who I only mentioned in the first episode, but I didn't mention he was played by Taika Waititi, takes Baby Yoda off Jason Stormtrooper Sudeikis, and then brings him to Mando. And the chick from episode 4 is there. So, he sacrifices himself so they can escape from Better Call Discount Darth Vader, who Mando beats with his new jetpack. Jetpack sold separately. Anyway, it was nice to just appreciate the show, Turn your brain off for a bit. It was flawed and slow, but once you got far enough, it could be really entertaining. Pedro Pascal is great, and even though he has to convey emotion inside a shiny helmet, he still manages to play the character well, since he's acting next to a CGI baby. The chick from episode 4 is acting off some guy in a helmet and a CGI baby, so I give her props for doing a pretty good job. So in summary, you should all go home, sit down, and watch The Mandalorian. But, that's all I have for today.